Oh my goodness.
And this is its first bloom.
It's so weird and wonderful. Is that a thrip? Ugh.
It is time for an update. I am finally back at home and like back on track sleep schedule wise, back in work mode, and I thought it'd be perfect to go through and have a little walkthrough of the collection, show you how everything is, because let's be honest, I went away for 3 weeks during a heat wave in the UK while giving nobody any instructions on how to take care of my plants, so they got literally zero care while I was gone. My bad. I didn't know it was going to be a heat wave. I didn't tell it, like, I figured my plants would be fine. And for the most part, a lot of them were. I did come home to a lot of yellowing leaves, unfortunately. But other than that, for the most part, we only have a couple of casualties, and we can get to those in a second. Before we get into the whole walkthrough, though, I want to say if you're new here and you don't know me already, hi, my name is Emma, and I make houseplanty content all over the internet. So if you want to follow along with my houseplanty journey and maybe learn something along the way, stick around, watch some more of my videos, and subscribe to my channel. If you are not new here, welcome back. I really appreciate you returning. Now let's flip this camera around and I can show you all of the exciting and not so exciting things that my plants are doing at the minute. Because, like, for the most part, things are good. But should I get it over with? Should I show you the, like, worst thing first? Yeah, why not? I lied. I'm gonna show you the kitty cats first, because look at this little baby. Little Cosmo here. You missed me, didn't you? And then little Cleo is here. You also missed me, didn't you? You were fine. You had your grandparents looking after you, didn't you? Yeah. Love you, baby. But this is probably the worst monstrosity that occurred while I was away. Let me pull it out of the window and I can show you more properly. Yeah, this is entirely my own fault. Ooh, I just knocked leaves on the Cosmos. Sorry, baby. This is my variegated lipstick plant, and this is such a shame because I really, really love this thing. I think it is such a cool one, and you don't see them all that often. They are around, which is fun, but they're not like super duper common, and so it's a bit of a shame. It is definitely one I think I'm gonna replace eventually, probably not right away because like I don't need to, but I think what it is quite a tight plant in this pot. It goes through water quite quickly, and it lives in my southwest facing window, and so it was getting blasted by the sun when it was 30 degrees outside, and because no one was watering it, it just dried to a crisp. I honestly don't think it's even really salvageable. Everything just looks so incredibly unhappy. Luckily, it doesn't have pests or anything. It was fantastic. I'm in a good place in my collection right now where I don't really have pests. Knock on wood. I don't really have pests going on, which is brilliant, but I do feel quite upset about this one because it is such a cool plant. I think it just got a little bit fried in the heat. Before I left, I did turn off a bunch of my grow lights, or I set them to like very, very minimal hours. That was kind of the only thing I did to make sure my collection was somewhat maintained. I just like really, really reduced my grow light hours, and that is something I try to do before I go away, regardless of whether or not we're in a heat wave, but it does help the plants go through water less. Unfortunately though, I can't turn off the sun, and so any light that the plants are getting from sun, I just have to accept it. And to like add it on more, the heat wave was like the first few days we were away, and so I think the plants burnt through like all of their water fast, and then we're just sitting dry for a couple of weeks. So for plants like this one that are in such a small pot, it was detrimental. I don't think I can revive that one. I've also got this one. This is my variegated Paleonia repens. And this one, I think it actually might be salvageable. It still has moisture in there, and I have watered it recently, but it just hasn't perked back up, unfortunately, since I returned. I did repot it into this vessel fairly shortly before we left, and I think that might have been a mistake because obviously repotting a plant and then just going away for a few weeks is not ideal, especially when it's a sensitive plant like this that can suffer if it's not getting enough moisture. And so I might not have given it enough to maintain its perkiness. I am gonna keep trying to save this one because, again, I really, really like this plant, but if it doesn't fix itself, like, it's not the end of the world. This one is pretty easy to come by these days, so I'm not like too upset about that. My moss poles all got super dry as well, and so I have since popped them into the shower to rehydrate them. These leaves were all kind of very droopy before I got back on my glorious, as well as like all of my other moss pole plants, but since showering them off, oh, is that 2 leaves in there? Yeah, okay, that's fun. Since showering them off, they are doing a whole heck of a lot better. Why is there 2? Oh my gosh, is it like a twin growth point? What? I don't know what's going on, but there's absolutely 2 leaves in that. Fun. My Tycon, the big boy, this is the newest leaf on it, which is pretty freaking large, so I'm kind of obsessed. It grew in so well. It's got the secondary fenestrations in it as well. And I mean, obviously it still desperately wants to be on a taller pole. It's got aerial roots growing like crazy. It's super duper warped in here. It needs something bigger. I just want to wait until my other one is adapted to semi-hydro before popping them together. My Pallidiflorum has also been blooming like crazy. This is my second inflow here. The first one I gave to Claire to pollinate hers, but it's also got, where is it? Over here. This guy coming in. So I think I will be able to pollinate my Pallidiflorum, which will be amazing. I know Claire's had so much success pollinating hers, so I think I will be able to as well. This one, I mean, y'all see how long this is. It is grown like no other. I'm gonna need to maybe find a new place for it soon because the leaves are just going all the way down to Joe's bedside table, and then Cosmo starts to like go after them, which isn't necessarily ideal. Nothing crazy going on up here. Oh, I could take this leaf off. Like I said, I had so many yellow leaves. I've removed the majority of them right off the bat because they're such an eyesore that I didn't want to have them in the collection, but I obviously missed a couple, which is totally fine. This one is kind of hard to reach. I have to stand on the bed to get to it, so not surprised there. Everything here is just like doing really well. Again, another one that I might need to adjust or something is my big Syndapsis pot, just because it is so full and it keeps growing long, which is like literally the best problem to possibly have. I couldn't ask for better, but it's just getting so full and big. I might need to pull some plants out of it or give it a big prune or something soon because it is just so dense in there. It's getting difficult to water. It's getting to the point where it's starting to dry out quite quickly. And so, I don't know. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. Also, look how big these leaves are. It's just so nice. This one gets a little bit of grow light from that light, only in the evenings. I'm pretty sure I turned this grow light off entirely while I was gone because it doesn't need that. I also graduated a couple of plants out of the Millsbow because they were just getting a little bit too big, one of which is my Anthurium Queen of Hearts, and I don't really have the right place to put it right now, and so I've just popped it onto this side table underneath the Soltec Grove light. Things here have been doing really well. Things like my Anturo Velvet are almost always putting out new leaves, and the Begonia Sinbad has just been blooming like crazy. Look at those. Sometimes I cut the flowers off because I don't want them dropping everywhere, and also Cosmo tries to eat them. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, begonias are toxic to pets. The flowers are edible to humans. I need to look up whether or not they are edible to pets as well, because Cosmo does try and eat them, so He's just a little rambunctious boy who likes to bother my plants when I'm not giving him attention. Up top, my Marantas are doing fantastically. I think the leaves are getting smaller on it, so I think that might mean it's not necessarily getting enough light in this spot, which is difficult because it does have a grow light right up there, one of the mother ones, and it's on for like 15 hours a day. And so I don't know if I just need to put them in a brighter spot altogether or what, but I think they will be ready fairly soon to pop into a joint pot, which will be fun because that was like my original goal with them, to put them in a nice big joint pot because I think they'll look really pretty like that. Oh, also my Carnosa, oh my gosh, it's got so, do you see the nectar on that? It's about to drip off. It is blooming even more. Basically, it started blooming just before I left, and now it's growing peduncles all over. It's just all of a sudden decided it wants to be an extremely prolific bloomer, which I'm not mad at. Yeah, that's the original peduncle there. And now they're just growing all over the place, which I love. My spider plant is also blooming like crazy. I normally cut these off, but since I was gone for 3 weeks, I haven't had a chance to snip them. I need to do that before they start growing too many babies or that the flowers start falling off or something, because that is annoying. But I think that doesn't necessarily mean this one is healthy right now. I think I actually need to repot it, which is kind of a scary thing because it's already in such a big pot up there. I don't know. This guy did so well while I was away. Look at this huge new leaf. It's literally perfect. This is the Chia Pence, and that is the like non-variegated section. It also put out quite a big, beautiful, nearly full moon leaf. It's just got a little bit of green on the back. Nearly full moon leaf on the variegated section. I still think I want to get another one that's a bit more mixed variegation, because the like white leaf, green leaf situation is not my favorite like type of variegation. I'd much prefer it to be a little bit more mottled. Oh my gosh, also my Warquianum. My perfect leaf is marred. Unfortunately, this guy, I think it got just like a little bit too dry while I was away because this one gets so thirsty. It looks like it's got a bit of a leaf spike going on there now. So hopefully that means there's a new leaf coming my way soon, but I don't know. The other plant I moved out of the Millsbow is the Ilsamanii. I've popped it just right here for right now. It was getting a little bit too tall, and I think it was getting too close to the grow light, and so it was starting to light bleach a little bit, unfortunately. So I moved it here. I'm gonna need to give it a pole extension soon too, because it is pretty much at the top of the pole. And oh my god, also, I don't know how the frick I'm gonna get in here. Okay, look who's blooming. All of my Hoyas are doing so well, but look at that. Oh, it's dripping nectar all over my hand. This is my Hoya obovata, and this is its first bloom. I think it's nearly done. I think I'm just catching it at the very end of the bloom cycle, but it is so beautiful. This one smells and tastes pretty similar to the Carnosa. It's not that different to it. It kind of looks like the Carnosa one as well. It's just a little bit smaller in bloom, but yeah, it's quite floral and not as sweet as something like the Croniana, but it's this one's first bloom as well. So we're just bloom central with my Hoyas here. You know who still hasn't bloomed though? My Crimson frickin' Princess. One day I'm gonna get this bad boy to bloom. One day also you could see more of the like spider plant babies, but I'm gonna get this thing to bloom. I think it just needs a little encouragement, and I don't want to stress bloom it. I'd rather it bloom from like it being happy. So this is probably the best place I've had it in a while. I think it's really liking the Plant Spectrum 16 grow light above it. It's been growing really well since it's been here, so I'm hoping that this is the space and the location that gets it to bloom. Maybe later this summer. I have my fingers crossed, because like, I don't know, hopefully the like obovata bloom down there is putting some sort of weird bloom hormones into the air that encourages this one as well, because that would be awesome.
Before we go into the office, I want to show you something weird that's been growing in my cupboard of chaos. Look at that. How strange is that? So this is my Stephonia erecta Codex bulb. Is it a Codex? Whatever it is. I popped that into the cupboard like last fall because I was like done with it for the year. It was growing really well under grow lights. I just chopped it back and popped it in the cupboard, like a dark place, which I normally do. And I didn't expect it to actually sprout in there, but it has. And it sprouted this like really weird anemic like flower looking thing. I don't know how well it's gonna pick up on camera. I don't think I can get much closer than this, but it's got these like weird little flowers as opposed to the leaves it normally has. I wonder if, because it's a few years old now and it was just in the dark cupboard, I think maybe it was worried that it wasn't gonna be able to keep growing, and so maybe this is a sort of like death bloom thing where it's trying to pass on life by putting out flowers. Hopefully they would get pollinated by insects, whatever, and then it would grow seeds and disperse like it would in nature. I wonder if that's what's happening here, because it is so strange. How weird is that? I'm kind of obsessed with it. I've just kind of been slowly watching it grow in the cupboard, and like literally the darkest. There's no light in this hallway. There's definitely no light in that cupboard, but it is out here putting out weird growth. It's so weird and wonderful. Coming into the office, this is how I had this corner while we were away. Just that grow light was on. These guys I turned off completely because they are so bright and like warm that I was just like the bare minimum for these guys right now, because it's not a particularly bright corner even on a nice day. It's a sunny day today. But in the summer months the sun is so high that these ones don't really get much natural sunlight. But things are doing well here, I think. Let me turn that one off. There we go, slightly easier to see things. But I did lose quite a lot of leaves off of this joint pot, the one with the Jacqueline and the Branchifolia and the batwing in. The batwing leaf is still perfectly fine, but I did lose some from here. Basically all of the big semi-hydro plants, they did go quite dry during this time, and so it caused them to drop some leaves so they could maintain life. But I mean, they're still putting out new ones, which is good. My giant Arabian sunset, which I literally ignore. It's doing its thing again and just growing like crazy. Again, putting out some really nice big leaves. I think it is liking being nearish this grow light, which is good. My variegated banana plant is also recovering nicely now. I think the leaves are a tiny bit smaller than they were before, purely because it's not had the mega grow lights on during the birth of this one and this one. Though the variegation is looking like it's getting a lot nicer than it was previously, because like for a while it was just kind of sad-ish stripes, but it does look like it's getting better where it's not these half stripes, it's kind of going full white in a lot of areas, which is nice. Loads of you in my Plants I'm Annoyed With video told me that for my Taniki that just grew a single growth point from that, said that I needed to cut it lower in order to get it to branch out more, which it's doing so freaking well. Look at like the size of these leaves. They're doing phenomenally. But I do think I am going to cut it again, probably down like here even, because that might encourage these side growth points to grow even more and ideally get it to branch out, because apparently you need to cut like the top 4 down in order for it to like get going. Oh my goodness. I just noticed that my euphorbia, the green one, all of that is new. It might have been starting to put that out before I left, but that entire section there is all brand new, which is amazing. So, so exciting. I love this one. It grows so fast. So does the white ghost, but it is a little bit slower. It's kind of only putting out new growth right there at the minute. I would love for it to put more out of the top, but I mean, I really can't complain. These are fantastic growers. Around this side, things are doing well. My Melanonii is popping out a new leaf, which is great. And again, these moss poles got super duper dehydrated while I was away and things were super floppy. I have rehydrated them, but they look like they need more already. Jeez, okay. We're getting in there. My Splendid is doing so well in here. It just keeps putting out more and more growth. It did lose one leaf while I was away that just like it wasn't hydrated enough while I was gone, and that is completely normal, but it's got a new one on the way, which is good. And oh my goodness, my Tycon. Let me pull it down to show you. This is what the new leaf ended up being. You can see I cut off loads of browning spots. I didn't cut all of it off, but I cut as much off of it as I could. It is not ideal. This bit is the last of the cold damage, but I think it's okay. I think it is looking happy in semi-hydro here, and it looks like this new leaf, it's feeling pregnant. It's probably gonna pop out a new leaf fairly soon, I hope. And once it does, and it's kind of settled into the semi-hydro life, I can pop it in with the other big one on a moss pole, because I think it would really like that. But I just love the amount of variegation this one has. It's got so many more spots than my other one, which I love my other one. Don't get me wrong, I love both of them, but I'm kind of really glad that I have one that has slightly more now. It's just a shame the cold damage took out a chunk of the plant. And turns out I wasn't the only one. Loads of you said that you either went into B&Q later and found that lots of them had cold damage, or you bought one and you took it home and it had cold damage. So obviously I hate that for you, but it kind of makes me feel a tiny bit better knowing that it wasn't just my plant that had issues. It was kind of all of them. Cosmo, are you gonna go jump into its place? Okay. That's less convenient, but fine. I could pull this one down as well. I'm so over the Ernestii. You can see it got so dry when I was gone that the new leaves just came out like trash. I haven't even bothered to take them off. That's how much I'm over this plant. I think, oh, is that a thrip? Oh, frickin' frick. Do you see that little guy? It's a little thrip. I hate that for me. I was wondering if it had pests, because when I saw that the new leaves were coming out funky, because that's kind of a telltale sign of pests, when I saw these were coming out funky, I had a look in them to see if there were any pests in there, but I didn't see any. So it's possible that they were and they've moved on or something from these leaves, but I was just about to say that I wanted to get rid of this one entirely, and this might be the excuse. I don't know, I would feel so bad giving it to someone with pests. It doesn't have loads. I've literally only seen 2 on it, and I've checked all of the leaves. But if anyone in the UK, preferably London, because I don't really want to ship this, wants this and is willing to suffer pests for it, it could be yours for free. Really, just pay cost of postage. Even then, I should pay you to take it off of me, because I'm so over it. Ugh, whatever. Or I could just bin it. Y'all hate when I bin plants, though. But it's got pests, and I don't enjoy it. So, for my sanity, maybe I should just bin it. Okay, don't worry, I've just gone and isolated that plant and washed my hands. But up next, we've got my Portadora, who also just like really suffered in the heat. It was in the window here and it lost pretty much all of its water. And so loads of the babies down here, it had a bunch of babies, and a lot of them either lost leaves or lost whole things. It is just a bit sad. This leaf is also looking like it's gonna... But on the plus side, we have a new one coming in, so I'm not too worried about this one coming off. This one does feel... Yeah, this one is so soft. It's so interesting when you can like feel the difference in the stem between a healthy one. This is so firm, and then this one's starting to go squishy. So I'm gonna let this one go a little bit more yellow to like give the energy back to the plant. Same with this one. This one got so soft that it's like bent over, unfortunately. I haven't seen any pests on this one either. I'm gonna have to like thoroughly go and check all of the plants next to the Ernestii, but hopefully they don't have pests. I know this one is generally known as one that's very pest prone, but I've not personally had loads of pest issues on it. The newest leaf is huge, and so I just can't wait for this next one to come in. Hopefully the like lack of water over my time away didn't cause it to be too like deformed or anything in here. It looks pretty normal from what I can see. And also, I'm excited that this one is getting a little bit bigger in here. Yeah, doing so well. Okay, final room. I mean, genuinely nothing to report here. These plants have all just been fantastic. No worries about them at all. They are definitely on the dusty side. I don't know. Actually, you can't see it on that one. You can probably see it on this one. They're on the dusty side. I should probably give them a good rinse, wipe down or something, because they absolutely deserve it. Oh my gosh, you can like literally see the line of dust that I wiped away. Whoops. Yeah, they need that tiny bit of TLC, but they were phenomenal for me while I was away. Not a single worry. Ooh, stepping on Cosmo's toys. Not a single worry about those at all. These guys over here had loads of yellow leaves. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling over the variegated peace lily. Like, it's fine. It's just fine. I don't really care. My begonias, they were chill as. Let's go into the Millsbow. Ooh. Especially now that I've taken some things out of it. Basically, I just took some things out of the top here because I like this shelf because I'm able to put more at the top, but I'm finding it kind of difficult to figure out how to like put stuff in this space, because like tall things like this Syndapsis on a pole here, they don't fit underneath the shelf. And so I can put small things back there, but I don't know. Also, can we talk about the size of this Goegoensis leaf, or the Sugogo leaf? Look at that. It's doing so well, and it's got a new one on the way, which is very exciting. What's this? The black stem. Oh my gosh, this needs a repot. Look at this new leaf. Again, an almost solid white leaf. This one does that like back and forth thing as well. That one needs a repot. I need to deal with that. Oh my gosh, it just keeps falling over. Hold yourself up. The Ardisia. Holy freaking cow. Look at the size of these leaves coming in here. It is doing phenomenally. Like, oh my gosh, I am so pleased with it. I think it must be loving the semi-hydro life. I think it must be loving the like light it's getting in here. Now that I put the mother grow lights in, things are just loving this space. You can see my variegated Thanksgiving cactus has gone all sun-stressed. I actually don't think this guy needs to be in the cabinet anymore because it is so healthy, and
like, I don't think I like the sun stress all that much. Like, it's fun, but it's not like my favorite. Also, the blooms it had on it obviously came and gone while I was away, but it's got new ones coming in now, so it's doing well. Also, can you see that up there? Is that a peduncle? I think it might be a peduncle on my Nova Ghost, which is very exciting. Down the bottom, again, things got really dry, unfortunately. I killed my Alocasia Black Velvet Albo. It is gone. I think the lid fell off of it, because I'm pretty sure I put the lid like most of the way on, 3/4 of the way on. I think it fell off, which is unfortunate. My Pinguicula Latina definitely has some like leaf loss in there, but it's still catching flies, so we are good. And everything else, it's just been fine, except for I am so annoyed with this one. My Alocasia Bisma is once again angry. It's so annoying. This will be, if I restart it again, it'll be like the 3rd or 4th time I've restarted my Bisma. It is just so, like, sensitive to any sort of underwatering. And yes, I know Alocasias in general are sensitive, but this one in particular has been so, like, insanely sensitive. Like, all of the other Alocasias I have in here have lived in the exact same conditions as this one. I know the pot's a little bit small, so like that could be me, but have lived in the exact same conditions previously and been fine. But the Bisma is abysmal. Literally, I'm so annoyed with it. Also, I recently popped my pings down here. This is not the right spot for them long term. You can see they're starting to get a bit atoliated again. Unfortunately, I think the light is just a little bit too far from them. I just don't have the right space for such a heavy vessel, because this is like thick glass and it's got water in it all the time, and it's quite a dense soil, so like I just don't have the right space for it in my current setup, which kind of sucks. I would like to find the right spot, but for now it's just gonna be what it is. Oh my god, also, I got a new plant. This arrived, I forgot about this. This arrived just after I got back. Guys, I have an Anthurium Dock Block Michelle, look at that! It is so cute. I'm really excited to watch it grow. Grow Tropicals really kindly sent me this after I did my like talk with Doc Block, which I highly recommend you go and watch. There was so much information in there, but holy cow, it's so nice. Also, I forgot to mention, the Wilbur Graves bloomed, and it was just finishing its bloom when I got back, so the little flowers were falling off. So unfortunately, I don't have those anymore, but it looks like it's got another peduncle coming in there. So maybe all of my Hoyas have just really liked this dry spell. I know you can stress bloom them by not giving them water for a little bit during growing season. So maybe I've just done that. Essentially, I have done that by going away and not watering them during a heat wave. I did leave these grow lights on their normal schedule. They're on for 15 hours a day because this section doesn't really get much light on its own. I do kind of regret that. I kind of wish I put them on for maybe half the time, just because when I came home, things were so dry. Did I even water that one in the back corner? I don't know if I did. I think I did. It looks dry again though now. But things were so dry when I got home that I kind of regret leaving those grow lights on full blast while I was away. So not ideal, but I mean, I'm excited about this new one. Look how pretty it is. That red vein in there and the sparkle. Cannot wait to watch this one mature. Cosmos followed me in here and then passed out. Look at him. Oh, little sweet boy. These guys also lost tons of leaves. I think it is just these no drainage vessels. They're big,
but these plants are huge and they go through water so fast. And because they are in the window and I can't really close this shade easily because the plants are here, they were just getting a little bit fried. So unfortunately, I did lose quite a lot. I could probably take off this stingray leaf. It makes me sad because like the newer ones on it aren't nearly as big. I think I need to, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But the Gagiana also lost several leaves back there as well. It is looking a little bit tall and leggy now, unfortunately. But my Cebu Blue looks like it is on the mend. Look at this. We've got new growth here. We've got new growth here. And they're not small leaves either. I know like they're not having to start over from fresh, but like I think it should be okay. I just really, really hope these work out and do well because I feel so bad at how neglected my Cebu Blue was, like last month. I really, really screwed the pooch on that one, but I'm glad that it's not fully gone. I was able to save the top bit at least. Okay, there we go. That is how everything is doing in the collection at the minute. Like you saw, for the most part, things are doing really, really well. Only had those 2 casualties at the beginning, or 3, if you count the Black Velvet Elbow. So I only had a couple of casualties, which I think is pretty good considering it was a heat wave and literally no one was watering my plants. And that is my own fault. I understand. It is not ideal. It is my fault and it's fine. I just have to keep telling myself it's fine, otherwise I'm gonna be sad about it. But it's all good. I've got thrips on 1 plant, which is a shame, but for the most part, everything is doing phenomenally, and it's just been so chill. I think I have to attribute that partially to the grow lights being off for like a good chunk, or like at the very least reduced for the duration of my time away. That definitely helped. And I just did like a mass water as soon as I got back to try and revive things. I was a little bit worried about the things in no drainage getting watered after they'd been dry for so long. I was a little bit worried that the roots would have like dry rotted and then when I put water in them wet rotted, but it doesn't look like that has happened to any of the things. Knock on wood. I don't think that has occurred in any of them. At least nothing's shown signs that that would be the case. Because I was genuinely worried that that was going to happen and it would have been not very fun. So yeah, that's where we are right now in June. I can't believe we're halfway through June. What the heck? This year is just whizzing by. It's kind of crazy and there's like so many exciting things to come. Right now, as this video is up, I am up at Gardener's World Live, which is fun. If you're not doing anything this weekend, I will pop the link to tickets down below. I think you can get them for as little as £20, which is great. It's up in Birmingham. It's really fun. I'm hosting the Houseplant stage. We're gonna hang out. So lots of crazy fun things happening at the minute, and I'm just excited for what the rest of this year holds. Anyways, before I sign off, I need to say a huge thank you to the newest member of my Good Growing fam over on Patreon, Kate. Thank you so much for joining. I really hope you love it over there and you enjoy the bonus content. I post specific Patreon videos once a month, and then we have live chats and access to the Discord server and all that kind of fun stuff. If anyone else is interested in joining, the link for that will also be down below in the description, but absolutely no pressure if that is not your jam. That's fine. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below and leave a comment on other houseplanty things you'd like me to talk about in the future. If you enjoyed my updates, let me know and tell me how your plants are doing. I hope they like handled the heat wave better than mine did, and subscribe for more. I hope you're having a fantastic day and I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to keep growing. Bye.